All right, we should be good. Let me just check we're recording. Yes, we are. All right.
You seen my video yesterday. If you did not, highly recommend going to do that. Now, you've seen this move before. BLM, head first, sugarcoat tyranny. Now, the United. They're planning to attack the Marines. Yes, you heard that right. The same spineless domestic terrorists that hid behind masks and burned their own cities are now allegedly preparing to confront the United States Marines on U.S. soil.
Good luck with that, boys.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Have fun storming the castle, boys. It'll take a miracle. Anyway,
Have fun.
Have fun, dude. Like, just trying to imagine. I'm trying to imagine. Trying to imagine little Johnny, right? No muscle mass, you know, full of estrogen, right? Hopped up on the soy, right? When young Timmy, young Johnny Soldier Boy, right? Marine, right? Jacked, right?
Comes up to him,
grabs him by the scruff of his neck. What's he gonna do? Oh, don't touch me there. You're hurting me, sir. You're hurting me. Don't do that. I didn't consent. Okay.
He snaps his neck.
I mean, oh, sorry. I didn't mean to put pressure there.
Sorry. I didn't mean to.
I didn't mean to lay my arm across you. I didn't know that was going to kill you. Like, maybe you should work out a little bit. I don't know. Just saying. Like, hit the gym. You know, it'll help with the man boobs. Anyway,
this isn't a drill. This is what you call escalation, right before your eyes. Now, this is Black Scout Survival, where we don't sugarcoat tyranny, we expose it. And tonight we're diving headfirst into what looks like a coordinated nationwide uprising, wrapped in fake virtue and funded from the shadows. I hope you seen my video yesterday. If you did not, highly recommend going to do that.
And that's what Gavin Newsom, if you watch the interviews, he was saying, you know, Trump is unhinged. Do you think that? I think that's he's trying to bait Trump to react, or at least he's hoping that he'll react.
He wants him to do something to start civil war or something.
I mean, that's what I'm seeing. Is like he's going to. I mean, the thing with the new, like all these governors, these Democrats, right, lawmakers and whatnot, right. They want Trump to react in a certain way that allows them to give an excuse, even if it's completely like it's a lie, right? Or even a perversion of a truth, right? Like, yes, they are acting unhinged, right? Not Trump, not the people he sent to quell the unhinged people. Just like with everything the left does, it's a projection of their own psyche, their own ideology, right? I mean, it's if you didn't see it before, you see it now, right? The only unhinged people that Newsom's mentioning are the people protesting, I mean, rioting themselves, right? It may have started out as a protest, but it definitely has become a riot and, dare I say, insurrection.
So
maybe we should go hunt down their families and throw the book at them just like J6. That would never happen, right? That wouldn't be.
I wish.
Yeah, I mean, sounds a lot like what we call them, June 11thers or June 14thers.
June 14th.
Juneteenthers.
That's gonna be the new, instead of Jan 6th,
instead of Jan 6thers, it's Juneteenthers. That's why they call us racist. Anyway,
We've seen this move before. BLM, Antifa,
Juneteenthers. Arrest the Juneteenthers. Oh my gosh, dude. Someone take away my my dirty thoughts. Thank you.
Palestine protests, rainbow revolutions. It's all the same damn playbook. Just new colors, new flags, same Marxist mission.
Yeah, that's the thing with Marxism. It's same poop, different pile, basically.
But this time, they're stepping up the heat. This time, it's organized. It's equipped. It looks like a military adjacent. You've seen it. Hopefully you saw my video yesterday where people were handing out freaking masks. Donald Trump actually spoke about this today. I'm going to play that clip in a little.
I was going to say proudly unmasked, by the way. Like I'm unmasked and unvaxxed.
Bit. But let's get into it. Riots have now spread to major cities across America. We're talking New York. Let me see if I can put this clip of New York up real quick.
He's wearing camouflage. Isn't that what active military personnel wear, right? Would that consider you an enemy combatant if you're wearing fatigues? Isn't that like somewhere written in the rules in the rule book? Like if you don't want to get shot at, don't wear military looking fatigues. Just saying. Food for thought, right? I mean,
so it's in New York, Atlanta, Philadelphia. Man, I think I got a line outside of Chicago trying to get in there to protest. We got Dallas, Boston, and San Francisco.
I'm surprised it hasn't happened here in Austin yet. It hasn't. I mean, you'd know better than I do because you're closer into the city, right? Yo.
And it's spreading. Governor Abbott has mobilized his National Guard. That should tell you everything. We're not dealing with random tantrums anymore. We're dealing with sustained destabilization, ladies and gentlemen. It's happening. Let me show you Trump real quick.
Picking up the sidewalks with a big hammer, handing pieces of the concrete to other people.
Who do you think is paying for that?
Somebody's paying for it. Thank you.
We might have something to do with it.
Thank you for saying that. Somebody's paying for that. I watched total professionals. He's banging the curb, banging the granite, banging the concrete. And he had a whole group of people. They lined up like totally professionals, grabbed the big chunks, and they dropped it on the soldiers. They dropped it on the Los Angeles police. These are insurrectionists. They're agitators or troublemakers. At a minimum, they're troublemakers. I watched them.
Wow.
So even Trump has seen the stuff we've seen. There's pallets being dropped off and you name it. But this is where it gets dark. There are whispers, messages, and leaked chatter claiming that certain protest groups are planning to directly attack the Marines deployed to Los Angeles. Now, we've got video footage here
Good luck with
of
that
those
voice.
hooded clowns, the Antifa types, confronting the Marines here. Let's check it out. Let's get it up here.
Yeah, if you tell them nicely to go home, they're just gonna go home, dude. Like that's just if you ask really nicely, that they might have. Oh well, you said please, so I'll just go ahead and turn my Humvee right around and yes sir, you know. Also, I thought that was a dunce cap. That's a flag. Never mind. Should have been a dunce cap. Oh, look at femboy Freddy right there, dude. Getting all up in that guy's face, dude. That's crazy, dude. Not an ounce of muscle in that guy. You know it's bad when the women have more body tone than the men, dude. When literally the women are like more fit than the men, dude. That's crazy. And I couldn't tell the difference between that girl's arm and that guy's arm. And that guy's arm, dude. Like Where have the men gone, dude? Like, notice how little black people and Hispanics are there, dude. Like what? they're all supporting their families, dude. That's crazy. All you see are these freaking white clowns, dude. But where are the people of color, dude? Like I thought those were the guys getting deported, right? Why aren't they protesting that? There's one black guy, but he looks like he's actually as a job. He's like taking pictures and he's a journalist, but I don't know, dude. That's crazy.
Ridiculous, right? We even got
well said, ridiculous.
We even got celebrities out there.
Or should I say ridiculous, because probably some of those guys weren't actually packing.
There in black gear. Yeah, Jodie Sweetin. You may know her from Full House.
Oh no.
She's out there in the mix.
Oh.
And
glad she was able to contribute to something from society. That's wow. That's
black,
good.
Black gear, right? Because nothing says revolution like child actors LARPing as anarchists.
You should step back.
Can you give a shout to cut? Can you give a shout to cutscene?
What?
Me, shout to cutscene. Me.
What's up? Hey, man, what's up?
You're doing a good job.
But apparently she's a wild individual anyway. She's always at these sort of things. She's Antifa. But that's not the part that should scare you. The part that the real story is here is that we've got truckloads of riot gear, face shields, masks, and supplies handed out like candy on the streets of LA. And the man behind the wheel is reportedly tied to the Teamsters Local 399. Even worse, a radical Latino paramilitary group called the Brown Berets. Okay. If you recall the video I showed yesterday, this is him here in the truck. He was the one delivering the gear. There was a hippo in the back passing it out, but he was up.
Oh, Jack. Oh, hippo in the back.
Front. Now, a hippo in the back passing it out, but he was up front. Now,
I've heard whale, I've heard hippo, I've heard the thing in the back of the truck, I've heard it all.
have you heard of these guys, right?
No.
Most haven't, but they've been embedded in American cities for decades.
Well, I've heard of the groups. I'll take that back. Yes, I've heard of the groups. I haven't heard of these guys, these individual people. But anyway.
And their mission is communist takeover framed as community protection. They're not new. They're just been reactivated. Okay. And if you recall, we talked about yesterday that they're planning June 14th to have these protests all across America. Okay. Now, what you need to understand is that the whole operation, from the protests to the media coverage to the sudden logistics support, it reeks of a strategic coordination. Let's talk theories. Okay. We've talked before about this Cloward-Peven strategy. Overwhelm the system until collapse.
Yep.
Flood every institution, bankrupt every safeguard. Sound familiar? Maybe what you're seeing now? Anarcho-tyranny, one of my favorite ones I always talk about, where criminals run free and the government only clamps down on patriots or the opposition. We've been living under that. Okay. Then you have the color revolution tactics, foreign regime change, playbooks now run domestically. Okay.
Yeah.
Funded chaos, weaponized protests, and government paralysis. Now, Jamie Raskins, if you recall, I did a whole video on this. He talked about a civil war if Trump won. You think that was just emotional rhetoric? No, that's these people that are manifesting it.
You can tell who the people who are talking out there, as opposed to the people who actually mean what they say. And I'd say that's that guy actually, spilled the tea a little too soon. But
Didn't what if artists say that there would be civil unrest in April?
yeah, he did say that, and he's a little bit
A
early.
little bit off,
But I also made the prediction that said we would have another summer of love by the end of June, and your boy was right. Guess I should start a channel talking that I'm a prophet, right?
Brandon Biggs. Did you see that new video?
No, I don't watch his garbage.
Not his video, but the one criticizing.
Oh no, I haven't seen it. You should link it. But no, I mean, like, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out, like, the conditions are right. And my thing was we're either gonna have there were three things that were gonna pop off. It was the end result was gonna be like this type of chaos, right? Was some black kid gets murdered, right? Like a George Floyd or whatever, right? 2.0. Or it was going to be the Free Palestine versus Israel, right? Zionism, right? Which you kind of saw that, like, they were trying that one, right? It didn't really pan out. It was just, too many bad actors were just, they made martyrs out of the out of the Jews, right? So that didn't really, it kind of backfired, right? Also, like I said, they need something that will allow the protesting side, right, to go crazy. Well, yeah, of course the free Palestine people want the Jews killed, right? So why would that make them protest, right? So that didn't pop it off. That's they have different. This is the thing. They have different plans. They have different contingencies. Where if one thing doesn't work, they try to go the other side. The right wing and conservatives have always been fairly level-headed, right? We've only done one thing, and it wasn't even, like, violent, right? We did January 6th, right? I'm not saying we didn't do it. We did go into the Capitol, right? But it wasn't throwing bricks at officers and burning cars, right? The people doing that were paid to do that by the feds. I can confirm that. Many people can confirm that. Will they say it out loud? No. The people in charge, or the previous administration would never have said it. Like I said, they need a group of people that the lawmaker, the politicians, can then galvanize, whether it's true or false or skewed or not, right? Like what you see Gavin Newsom doing, where it's basically he knows that all his citizens, right? Not all of them, but a lot of Californians are what's called the uninformed majority, right? NPCs, you could say, right? They watch CNN or ABC or whatever, MSNBC, and that's all they do, right? You could say there's some of those on the right wing side, the always Foxes, right? Always Fox, Forever Fox guys, right? Where it's only Fox News, right? And then you have constantly CNN and MSNBC forever, right? So it's and Never Fox, right? Same with you have the Never Trumps. You need an event that can cater to the Never Trumps, that makes Trump out to be a insane individual, whether it's a true or lie, right? they need the uninformed masses, the useful idiots, as the Marxists have coined, right? To then get their marching orders from people in charge, like Gavin Newsom, like the mayor, I forget her name because she's so irrelevant. What's her name again? The one that like reminds me of like an old grandma that's like, oh, you should be nice to everybody, but I can't believe you've done this. Oh, you know. I forget her name. Anyway, the mayor of L.A., whatever her name is. Anyway, so anyway, they need something that galvanizes the left to go crazy, and the ICE raids are that, because it's fear mongering, it's fear tactics. All of the left leaning media have been constantly playing, oh, the ICE agents are gonna come take you away if you have like one drop of Hispanic blood, or one drop of, if you know, an immigrant twice removed, they're gonna come take you away into the, you know, like it's the Nazis, you know.
Yeah, they're gonna take you
exactly,
away.
they're gonna take you away and put you on a train, and you know, gas, gotta step on the gas tonight.
Instead of Jewish, it's
Yeah,
Mexican.
exactly. So the fear mongering that they've done has whipped up the people, right, into a unintelligent, tribalistic frenzy, right, where all they can do is shout, "Go home, go home." It's like, well, if you ask them nicely, maybe and I don't know. Like, do you think asking them nicely is gonna like make them go away? Yeah, I don't get it, dude. Like, what are you gonna do? Tell them nicely to go home, and then what? What if they don't go home?
You have to force them to go home. I don't know.
Oh yeah, you're gonna fight the devil dogs, dude. Congratulations. If I was a betting man, I would bet on the devil dogs. I mean, you saw those clowns, dude. I was making a joke. I was like, dude, the women, you can't tell, like some of the guys, like, dude, like some of the women are more fit looking, you know, have more muscle tone than the guys. It's like when you can't tell, when a woman, she's not big, right? When a woman has more body mass than you do, you have a problem. When a woman is like, you know, like bigger, like in you know, just in general, like their features are bigger, but they're not fat, than you are. Sorry, bud. Like, you need to hit the gym or just trans already, dude. Like, I'm just saying, like, you might as well trans at that point, because you're not doing yourself any favors. Anyway, I'm not even a gym rat. Like, I just, you know, I can't stand how these people think they are so deluded that they're gonna go fight 700 Marines when they can't even bench press 150. It's like, hello.
Some fight, they're gonna find out. FO, FA.
Yeah, FAFO, dude. I mean, it's unfortunate, but it's
well.
you know, whatever. You know, you guys did it to yourselves. I don't feel any remorse.
They should have known better.
Yeah,
I mean, that's kind of stupid.
if you live by the brick, you die by the brick. All bricked up. Anyway,
remember, here's
I mean,
the
they
clip.
have guns.
Put
You
into the
don't have
Constitution.
guns. What are you gonna do?
yeah. Do you ever think about that? Like, they have guns, dude. They have.
Yeah.
You don't need all that. You're right.
You have rocks. I mean, you have rocks, and they have guns.
This reminds me of a movie.
Planet of the Apes.
No, a different movie. It's in the stars, and there's a bunch of like small, weak individuals gathered together, throwing rocks and sticks at people. But this time the plot armor doesn't happen, so like the stormtroopers are just gonna like smack the crap out
Kill all
of them.
the Ewoks. Like
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like Ewok hunt, except it'll be called a libtard hunt. I'm just saying, like, I mean, the movie is clearly a clear representation of protesting. I mean, that scene in general is literally about protesting. Same thing with Andor. I like Andor because it actually shows how to protest and how protesting and rioting works and doesn't work, and what to expect when you F around and find out, basically. I mean, the Gorman Massacre is literally about to happen, called the L.A. massacre. We'll see. Like, mark my words, if we don't 1,000 political deaths before July, I'll take a what if altist on that bet. 1,000 political deaths by July. Well, maybe not July. Let's say midterms, whenever that is. I think it's next year, around the same time. Yeah, 1,000 deaths by midterms. I don't think What If Altus even sees this channel. So, but if you're seeing this, I'll eat my hat. I'll cook it. I'll boil it. Put some leather, you know. Could be edible. I don't know.
Can slip away from you very quickly, and
Here's the clip.
put
No, that's these people that are manifesting it. Remember? Here's the clip.
put into the Constitution can slip away from you very quickly. And the greatest example going on right now.
Is the Constitution like? Did they like butter it up with Crisco, or how is it gonna slip away from you? Do you have butter all on your hands, or what? Like, you should probably wash your hands before like handling a document that sacred. But
before our very eyes is Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, which they're just disappearing with a magic wand, as if it doesn't exist, even though it could not be clearer what it's stating. And so,
what?
Abracadabra.
Yeah, magic wand, dude. That's cool. That's very professional.
you know, they want to kick it to Congress. So it's going to be up to us on January 6, 2025, to tell the rampaging Trump mobs that he's disqualified. And then we need bodyguards for everybody in Civil War conditions, all because the 9 justices, not all.
So he was talking about it. Now, yesterday I spoke about...
Yeah, where are those raging Trump mobs, dude? Like, I'm still trying to find those. Do you know where they might be? I mean,
I don't think
hasn't historically the right wing been rather what do you call it, protesty? In the large gathering sense.
Yeah, it's mostly the left that does that.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm still trying to find the raging Trump mobs. If you see any like missing, like a missing cat poster, I'll put up some posters called we need to find that we have a missing raging Trump mob. And if you could point us in the right direction, we could offer like maybe a reward of kudos and brownie points. But just saying, like I still can't find it, but I'm still looking, I guess. We'll find out.
Robert Kiyosaki declared...
Are those the raging Trump mobs? Oh no, that's just L.A. right now.
Civil War's become wars of violence.
That's just L.A. right now.
It's just LA right now.
Oh dear.
He wrote Rich Dad Poor Dad. Now, the plot twist here is J.P. Morgan's CEO just told Americans to stock up not on crypto, not on gold, but on guns and ammunition.
Oh,
let that sink in, guys.
Fear mongering, predictive programming, getting everybody like untrustworthy of each other. Oh no. The real enemy is the government. Ooh, let's see who's behind that mask, Scooby. What row?
Wall Street's top dog is saying,
instead of Agatha all along, it's just the NGOs all along. Oh boy, we'll have to like create a little song and dance for that one too, just like in the TV show. Did you even watch that TV show? I watched maybe the first couple episodes and it was retarded, so I just kind of stopped watching it. It lowered my IQ by 10 points every episode, so I was like, I don't have much to spare, so I'll
What was it even about?
Yeah, it's like a 1950s soap opera drama, but in Marvel, and they had a song called Agatha All Along, and it was cringe, but I tried to put it out of my mind, and now I remembered it, and it brought me some PTSD.
And now you can remember it again.
And now I'm remembering. And remembrance.
what survivalists have screamed for decades. Ammo or Bitcoin? He chooses ammo because when the lights go out...
Well, don't the women choose the bear, though?
Lead still works, right? Now,
Oh, really?
meanwhile, our troops are training. We've got the Marines that just landed down here. Okay, got
They
video of them
usually do
here.
that. They train.
And I'm going to tell you something right now to any of those guys that were confronting those Marines. I can tell you from personal experience, these are 20-some-odd-year-old guys that do not care.
Yeah.
They will hurt you. These boys.
You're touching me. Oh no! I didn't consent for me to be manhandled. Oh.
They wouldn't touch you.
You can no, yeah. I mean, they would like breathe on them. Some of these guys are just like if you look at them, they are the most unfit, tubular, spaghetti arm looking mofo's, dude. Like, to be brutally honest, dude, they have no muscle mass. Like, some of these guys barely bench 120. I would put money on it, dude. I would put money on it. Like 125. Like, at least walk or do something, like, so that you're not out of breath from walking. Like, some of these people, like some fat guys, are more fit than them because they have to lug around their bulk. They're stronger than them. It's called fat dude strength, right? Fat dude strength is real, dude. Did you know that? Because you're like having to carry on like a suitcase of bricks everywhere you go. So once you become unfat, you're like Superman, dude. Or at least when you're skinny fat, you know what I mean? When you're skinny fat, yeah.
Muscle.
Well, it's the muscle. You have muscle because like you're having to carry around like 50 to 60 extra pounds of yourself, right? Everywhere you go. So if you decide to shed some weight, you know, like 25 pounds, 10 pounds, I mean, you know, the muscle you've had, you know, you've already been working out because you literally lift 60 pounds a day, you know, extra every time, every minute of the day, right? So it's like once some of that fat disappears, that's why skinny fat is one of the best body types to then like transform. I know, transform, right? And into a kind of a ripped stage because you already have the muscle. You're just trying to get rid of the fat. Anyway, I don't know why we just turned it into a gym bro session, but anyway,
Boys will hurt you.
Yeah.
They run to confrontation. They have no idea. These people, these Marxists have no idea.
They're gonna get
what's
smacked down
if they step to one of these
Let me
boys.
see it.
Now I don't know what the rules of engagement are. I know they're training for, you know, they're running drills.
I mean, there's only so much rules of engagement, dude. Like if you are getting, you know, if you're getting swamped and curb stomped and like swarmed, dude, like, I mean, is it, you know, is it your life or you know, and your soldier, your you know, squad mate's life potentially, or is it a bunch of Marxists, you know, screaming monkeys, you know, screeching autists? I'd face the consequences, dude. I would save my squad mates. I'd be like, I don't want them to get trampled by overweight Timmy over there, you know? Yeah, face the tribunal later. It's like, yes, we were being overrun by, we were playing zombies. We were on round 50, and there were so many of them, I had to shoot.
And whatnot. Here we have them out here like Spartans.
Yeah, good
Training.
luck, guys, dude. Good luck, boys.
But I don't know
fem
what
boys.
it is. You know, their RE or, you know, they're obviously planning for some kind of non-lethal activities. You know, urban combat. The timing's too perfect. It looks like they know something's coming. Okay?
Anybody with a brain cell to rub against the other brain cell can know there was conflict about to happen. I mean, the recipe has been, like I said, the conditions have been right for months. I'm surprised it took this long to pop off, honestly. I told you, once the kids got out of school, right, the college students and the high schoolers, right, the protests would start. You know, what do you know? It's June 11th. Everybody's out of school, or June 12th now, right? Whatever it is now, right? And guess what? Lo and behold, there we go. You know, I'm a prophet now. You know, cool.
Now, You don't send Marines to American streets unless you expect more than just protest signs, I assure you.
Yep.
You send them when you expect IEDs, ambushes, and blood.
Yep.
Okay? But again, to all those guys out there, I promise you, don't step to none of these boys. They will put a hurting on you.
Yeah.
Now, I do think it's ironic the woke mob. Check this video out, this clip I saw. Pretty random, but these white liberals, and Malcolm X warned of the white liberal, if you've ever seen his commentary.
Yeah, I was saying before, like, before you had came back, that, like, all the protesters, there's hardly any black people, any Mexicans. Like, aren't those the guys being, deported, right? Like, why are they not at the, at these protests? Why is it only white people? Dude, I hate white people, dude. I hate some white people. So I'll put it that way.
Stopping a black woman
Oh no!
from trying to go to work.
Yeah, I saw that. That was stupid. Look at him smiling like a cringe ass idiot, dude.
Yeah, it's good.
What is you? Gosh, dude. What the heck? What is he? Is he trying to like try out for miming class or what? Like.
What about my kids? Look at this. That's what happens to my kids. But you can if you could just move out the way. You're not going to. How is this a peaceful protest if there's nothing to do?
Welcome back. Look at these guys. Look at this guy, dude.
How do you?
He's just a soy boy. Look
Stopping.
at him.
No. Look at this guy. Look at him. Look at his smile, dude. It's like, ha. I'm a soy boy.
Their children taken and their parents. What about my kids? Look at this. That's what happens to my.
What is that? What is that? That lesbian there? Is that a woman? Is that a woman or is that a man? What is that thing with the butch cut, dude? What is that?
What about
That woman. That
Mexican.
woman. That woman there. She's gorgeous.
my kids?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that?
Okay.
Is that guy's mom? All right.
What happens to my kids?
I'm concerned. Yeah, she's gorgeous, dude. Like, probably conservative. The way she's dressed, it's modest.
But you can if you could just move out the way. You're not going to. How is this a peaceful protest?
No low
if
cut.
there's nothing-
Low cut top to show that ample bosom. But
No, it's not.
How do you white people feel about stopping a black woman from going to work?
oh no, not work. Dude, shut the fuck up.
So you don't care about stopping black people from going to work?
Oh no, jobs. I've never had one.
Oh no.
Oh no, not the work. Oh no, that's something I would know nothing about. Dude, where's his Adam's apple, dude? Like even the guys, like some women have more of an Adam's apple nowadays, dude, than the men. That's crazy. Pardon my French earlier, but like, dude, shut up. Shut up. Oh no, you go to work? What is work, dude? I've never been. Can you tell me all about it?
Look at this line that you guys are causing. I'm not causing no problems. I'm not trying to. We're just trying to leave.
Oh no, work.
Oh no.
It's like kryptonite to a liberal.
Oh no, manual labor. I've never heard of that. I thought our driveways are built by like the fairy godmothers and the spirit of the indigenous. Oh, I thought our grass was cut by Juan, the spirit guide of the native tribe of Mexicano. I don't know, dude. Like, I don't pay him anything, but somehow my grass gets cut. I wouldn't want to do work.
Anyway, I don't know if you guys saw this as well.
That's crazy.
But this former soldier got discharged in 2020. She wore her uniform out to make a statement.
Okay.
Totally disgusting person.
That's a no-no.
Because the military was called upon innocent protesters. We, in our oath to serve, we serve the people of the United States. The Constitution, these constitutional rights are being stripped and just denied, and the military will not be pawns to that. So I'm calling upon the conscience of military members who served previously and now. We have a conscience, we have mind, and we have a duty. And
I guarantee she's never seen combat. She doesn't know what it means. She probably works in the admin office. She probably processes leave requests and leave of absence requests. That's all she does. Oh yeah, and also the barracks bunny.
moral obligation to say no and resist evil.
Yeah,
but
yeah, the same resisting you did when all the men, tried to get in that barracks. She did a real good job resisting all those soldier boys. Yeah, she damn bro. you can tell she's never seen combat. Never seen combat. I mean, there are women who have seen combat. I know one. They are nothing alike. Anyway.
These are not peaceful protests. Karen Levitt torched someone today about that, saying that would Donald Trump be opposed to peaceful protests coming this weekend? But we know it's not going to be peaceful. What have we been seeing the past?
Is water
You got to
wet?
send in the damn Marines.
Is an elephant heavy?
First Amendment. He supports the right of Americans to make their voices heard. He does not support violence of any kind. He does not support assaulting law enforcement officers who are simply trying to do their job. It's very clear for the president what he supports and what he does not. Unfortunately for Democrats, that line has not been made clear, and they've allowed this unrest and this violence to continue, and the president has had to step in.
So if there were peaceful protests on Saturday for the military parade, President Trump would allow that?
Of course the president supports peaceful protests. What a stupid question. Raquel.
What a stupid question. Anyway.
That was funny. What a stupid question.
Raquel.
Allow that.
Of course the president supports peaceful protests. What a stupid question. Raquel.
That's hilarious. Imagine if Jean Cron, what was her name? Jean Pierre. She's so better, dude. So much better, dude. What a stupid question. What an idiotic statement. This is the most idiotic thing I've ever heard. What's that from? Spaceballs? What's it from? That quote, that's the most idiotic thing.
I don't know.
It's from something.
I know.
Yeah. Anyway.
What a stupid question. Anyway. Should be your wake-up call. Right? This should be your wake-up call. Now, here's a video. They imposed a curfew. Now, this is the thing, man. They're going to push this junk to martial law. That's what's coming. Because the whole idea is to destabilize. Again, is this flag this week, this flag next week. Okay? So, look at this.
Look at this. They just keep coming.
Go inside! Get inside! Get inside! Get inside!
I mean, just objective.
We're gonna watch from our little porches and so getting inside means I have to go inside, right? Oh, maybe I should just stand here and watch.
This is a scary sight being in America. Okay.
Get in your house now! Let's go! Light them up! Go inside!
No, they wouldn't dare light us up. Oh, they wouldn't dare.
Right now! Get in the house!
Oh no! They shot at me! Oh no!
Maybe you shouldn't have sat there like a dumb, Didn't obey lawful orders. F around, find out.
Oh no! Get in!
Yeah, they were telling you to, idiot.
Get in! Oh, God, that hurt. You good? Are you okay?
Oh no!
Are
Right in the crotch. Light them up. So, I mean, that's a scary sight in America, right? Enforced curfews, police presence that is somewhat militarized. They're trying to push us to that level, guys. This is the wake-up call, man. This isn't about LGBT rights. This isn't about Palestine. This isn't about racial justice. It's not even about immigration. It's about control through chaos. Every time a new cause, every time a new uniform, a new flag.
Well, that's the thing is like all the stuff they were trying to do to get Trump to, out of, what's the word I'm trying to think of? To hamper Trump, right? It all failed. The last play they're going to do, I told you this, right? Is when all the other cards don't pan out, their Trump card, is plan to chaos till midterms, till literally not even midterms, till election, right? Like they're just gonna like do this. They're gonna like if all the cities are literally like on fire, right? And then it calms down, right? And then they do it again, right? They do it again, and it's
for the next 4 years.
yeah,
For the next
or the
4
next
years.
two or 3 years, right? So the idea is like, if you live in a city, and the thing is, most people live in cities. So if you are living under martial law, right, for 2 or 3 years because the people can't stop being cringe, right? All these paid agitators, right? All it takes is for them to, once the flames settle, light it up again, and eventually Trump will just be like, okay, we're just gonna be in permanent martial law. I mean, what else can he do? Like let all the cities burn down, right? Like it'll be like living in Nazi occupied territory for like all of World War II,
Exactly.
basically. Like
I mean, curfews, papers,
Yeah.
please. Where you going? Why you're here?
yeah, I mean, it is what it is, and I think people are going to be so fed up with it that when the solution is, the AI governance, biocomputing, digital ID, that says we can get ourselves out of lockdown because if you take this, if you agree to take the chip, the mark of the beast, or whatever, the shot, right? COVID vaccine, the mRNA, spike protein, which can track you, right? And show that, and tells you all about who you are, right? Tells us about what you've done, what your political leanings are, what your criminal history is, right? And you cannot buy or sell, you cannot participate in society without getting this for the safety and security of the Republic. The Republic will reorganize into the first galactic empire. And we shall have peace. The attempt on my life has left me scarred and deformed. Anyway, lesser magic, predictive programming, all the stuff Rebel Call's been talking about should be talking about instead of slamming the Jews every time he gets a chance.
Jew.
Oh no!
But the agenda is always the same: to burn the system and replace it.
Yep, absolutely.
With theirs, and erase every ounce of freedom you have left.
Yep.
The globalist scheme of 2030, the New World Order, whatever you want to call it. But let me tell you, there's something they're not ready for. The American warrior class is wide awake, not afraid, not confused.
Well, I think that has to happen. Honestly, I think the New World Order, right? That's talked about, this whole, the globalists, right? In order for the beast system to be implemented, the globalists have to be in charge. They have to be winning, honestly. And he just mentioned the warrior class, right? He talks about are literally talked about in Revelation. You know that, right? Like the people that says, and they went and made war against the beast and were given the power to overcome them, to overcome the beast. But eventually the beast overcame them. And And they overcame the beast by the blood of the Lamb and the power and the word of the testimony. And it said they made war against the beast. It didn't say they went and evangelized to the beast or the people, right? They went and battled them like David did, right? Like David did against Goliath, right?
Yes, they killed me. They went to war.
And
They killed
yes,
me.
and that is what's some scholars, biblical scholars, call the Elijah generation or Elijah generation, right? Elijah and Elisha were warrior prophets. They were not doom and gloom. They were, you guys better shape up or we're gonna come kick your butt. God's gonna come kick your butt, basically, right? They were not sugarcoating. They did not sugarcoat anything. That's why Ahab hated him, right? Ahab, whatever his name was, Rahab. No, not Rahab. What's the king's name? The one with Jezebel. Was it Ahab? Ahaz?
Ahab.
Whatever, the evil king, right? With his Jezebel wife, whatever, you know. The reason, like, because he wouldn't say anything good again about the king. He didn't sugarcoat, basically. So, anyway, long story short, I believe that America has to be pacified before the globalist agenda can be carried out. Because America is the last bastion. I love how people like say it's cringe or cliche to say we are the last bastion of hope or whatever, the you know, free trade, last bastion of free trade in the world. But it's true. I mean, once America goes, who else has the balls, quite frankly? What other nation has the balls to fight back? Britain and Canada used to be. Britain and Canada have gotten their balls snipped. You think China will fight back? No. Do you think Europe will fight back? No, they're literally pussies, dude. They have been pussified. They have been deballed. They've been snipped. They have been neutered. And the thing is, like, it's drastically different in Europe, right? If you talk about anything fringe, you are ignored. You're like a crazy person. I have European friends. Like, they don't talk about anything that isn't pleasant. That isn't what's considered pleasant conversation. They don't go outside those boundaries. Let alone, think, the last time resistance has happened was in World War II, and that, yeah. Anyway, England's been literally created the thought police like in 1984. I don't even think North Korea has it that bad, right? Oh, you thought something online and we didn't like that. Here, straight to jail, no trial. Straight to jail. And like I said, the only people group that have the means and capacity to stop these globalists is America. Why do you think they're trying so hard to disrupt America right now? To make America look bad, to make the people even hate their own country. Because that needs to happen before the end times happen. Before the kingdoms, before the big, world government, whatever, right? Because America still has people in it that will literally fight back. And I think there will be a minority, even after the whole pacification of America, even you could say the castration of America, you could say, right? That's happening right now, has been successfully done. There'll still be people, there'll still be patriots out there, but they can't really do anything overt. It would have to be, like I said, it would have to be a partisan kind of guerrilla, thing, which automatically, there's a lot more room to promote a disdain for those people because, you blow up a train and, the public, you can't tell them when the media says, oh, the terrorists did another bad thing, you can't just go back. You can't clarify. You can't say actually, this train was full of, bad men, bad people, right? Or bad equipment or whatever, right? Or whatever, right? You can't do that because, well, you're not in control of the media, right? So, unfortunately, a side effect of resistance of that nature is you a lot of times often become the bad guy. And that is one of the reasons why we have not, as the right wing and conservatives, have not done that yet, because it's so easy to it's so easy to be painted as extremist and just bad, even though you might be only targeting military or say political things, right? It doesn't matter. Like, one person gets hit, they can say there was a fatal bombing of an innocent person, and they can spin it however they want. You hear it now. You hear it every day. And right now, there's not enough people. There's still not enough people who have abandoned the dinosaur media, right? Legacy media, mainstream media, to they're still either watching Fox or they're watching CNN. Like, that's still the majority of people, unfortunately. And that's literally why this can even happen, is because the left is relying on their stupid majority, right? Useful idiot class, to just eat up the Kool-Aid, drink the Kool-Aid, gulp it down. So, anyway, I'm gonna stop it here because he's just gonna outro. But yeah, that was a good watch. It was very insightful. Like I said, strap in, boys. Yeah, it's gonna get rough before it gets better. But, I mean, that's written in the book, the good book. So, just saying. All right, thanks for watching.